The number 4 ranked University of St. Francis football team got back on the turf and put on a show for the Cougar faithful that traveled to Bradley, Illinois. It was an exciting 58-14 win over Olivet Nazarene.
It was. We had 11 guys catch passes, set a conference record for sacks in a game, 9. Sparks tied the Chris Van Horn's record for sacks in a game at 4. So it was a good night. We played hard, played fast. Still got to polish things up as we go down the road, and the schedule gets tougher and tougher.
Quarterback Nick Ferrer earned his 5th Mid-States Football Association Player of the Week honor, which ties the junior with Jeremy Hibbeln and Chris Bramell for most Player of the Week honors in USF history.
Well, he's got God-given ability. He's got a tremendous arm, great frame. He's made himself bigger and stronger the 2 years he's been here. And he's a student of the game. I mean, he watches film, he studies, he asks questions, he understands what's happening. Just a great football player and loves it, wants to be the best and is committed to being the best. Very humble young man, knows he's got a great support cast around him, offensive line, receivers, running backs. Defense that gets the ball back fast. So he's just a great football player, and tremendous young man.
Defensive end Lucas Sparks earned his first ever MSFA Player of the Week award after the defense set a new conference record with 9 sacks in a game. So is this unit better than last year's?
Yes, no question about it. Our number 1 defense has not been scored on yet. Very few first downs. I think probably if we were in tighter ball games, they're not going to give up fourth quarter touchdowns. And that's all that we've given up are fourth quarter touchdowns. So I think Coach Didier, Coach Wagner, Coach Miller, the rest of the coaches have done a great job in preparing those guys. They fly around the ball, they run very well. Great team speed on defense.
The Cougar run game polished things up in a big way. Playing without P.J. Dean, who's day-to-day with injury, senior Aaron Harris and sophomore Justin Green ran wild against the Tigers. Along with Ryan Sonater, the 3 backs accounted for 309 yards, a huge increase from the 88 total rushing yards in Week 1.
I think it was a combination of a lot of things. One, it was a very hot day, and both sides were very tired throughout the game, and so I think the fatigue factor played a little part. Playing on grass, we're not used to it, and so that had something to do with it. It was a little long, a little different with steps and things, and also Trinity's defense was very good. They returned 10 starters. Their front 4, I think, were all back from last year, and they were not a bad team at all. And so I think giving them a little more credit than we thought they would need was there. And also coming into the game, first game of the year, we usually have a bye, and so not really knowing what Trinity was going to run, new D coordinator. I think a lot of different factors had to do with that. But coming out in Olivet, we wanted to set the tone. Something the line was not happy with was the rush yards from Trinity, and so I think we made it a point to establish a run game, and that just opened up the entire offense, and that's why I believe we were so successful. You sometimes take them for granted just because if there's even a sliver of room that they're going to find it. All 3 of them, they have such good vision, and they all have some experience from last year. Aaron having quite a bit from the last few years. And so I'm just excited to see what this season's going to bring for them. They all have the talent to be stars, and it's awesome that we have 3 great guys like that.
It's also pretty awesome that Brian gets to play with his younger brother, Zach, both with infectious smiles and the ability to rise to the occasion on Saturdays in the fall.
Yeah, Zach's one of my best friends, has always been, as we were growing up. And so the opportunity that he got to come here was great for me, just because you gain another friend. I live with him now, and yeah, it's awesome to see both of us on the field having success. nice for the parents. Makes it only one drive. You don't gotta split between the two sons. But yeah, I don't know why he keeps jumping over people. You'd think he's a big guy, he'd want to lower the shoulder, but I guess he just wants to get vertical.
You're not going to see Brian's other brothers get vertical, but the O-line unit from a year ago is largely intact, with Keegan Bruner, Zach Minardo, Alex Woods all back with B. Gegg.
Yeah, I mean, starting off, those guys are 3 and 4 of my best friends. I mean, I hang out with them all the time. They're great guys, besides being great football players. And then the experience we have is just so helpful. I mean, me and Minardo starting for 3.5, 4 years. Bruner coming in the next year, and he has a lot of experience. Woods playing all last year. It's just great to be able to trust the guys next to you, because I mean, obviously offensive line is a unit thing. If you do your job and other people aren't going to do their job, then you're not going to have success. It has to be a unit thing. All 5 have to be able to do their job, and that's how the offense is going to be successful. And so it's just nice being able to trust that your guys are going to get the job done, and I think that's just going to keep progressing as the year goes on. I think we're a scrappy bunch. We like to have fun. We like to get after it. We like to dominate the defense, and so we have fun doing that. We fly around and we get our job done. But also the mental aspect is definitely there. We changed up our pass protection this year just so that we can kind of utilize our inside and create double teams. And so I think the mental aspect is definitely there this year, and that's going to help us. Obviously, we're going to still stay physical and try and dominate, but knowing where you got to go is a big part of being successful. And so I think mental and physical is a big aspect of our offensive line this year.
So now the Cougs get a chance to showcase their talents at the friendly confines of Bishop Darcy Stadium in front of the best fans in the NAIA.
Oh, I think it's always great to play at home. We've been on the road the first couple weeks, and it's been a little tough. We got home about 2:30 in the morning, Sunday morning, and start the week, holiday weekend. So we are looking forward to being at home this week. Taylor is an outstanding football team. Seems like they always play their best game against us. They always play us tough. They never quit. We have a lot of respect for Coach Korfmacher and their staff. Taylor University, class people, and do a great job.
Yeah, it's very excited. I mean, starting the season off on the road, a couple games, gotten our feet under us, and we're all just so excited to show the fans what we got this year and come out and have a great performance.
Taylor is 1-1 on the season, coming off a loss in overtime at Malone. Running back Tim Barrett rushed for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also caught 4 passes for 90 yards and 1 score.
Well, you don't go into the ball game, I think, with the intention of keying on one guy, because they've got playmakers. They've got a big tight end that's a great option route runner and gets himself open. They got a quarterback that makes plays. Tailback, I think, that runs his zone very well. Got to contain him. First time we faced, a double tight end type offense, so it kind of spreads you out a bit, thins you out on defense. We got to get to the football. We got to tackle better. One of the challenges we threw at our defense is we really must improve fundamentals of tackling this week. Offensively, we got to get focused and polish up things and eliminate silly penalties. I think we're leading the league in penalties right now. We got to stop that. Good teams just don't continue to do that. Sometimes you have aggression penalties, and sometimes you have you need to be in focus and know what's going on around you. So we've got a ways to go. We got to get better.
Taylor, a lot of people underestimate them every year, but they're a scrappy bunch. They're well coached. They play sound football, and they give St. Francis their best game every year. And so I think coming into this week, we have to have a great week of preparation. They have a very good front seven. 2 inside guys coming back that have a lot of experience, and they're big brute guys, and so I think we cannot take them lightly. Prepare as well as we can, and I think we can find some success this weekend.
Taylor linebackers coach Solomon Grimes was a part of the Cougar staff all the way up to the beginning of last summer. We wish him all the success in the world, just not this Saturday.
I think there'll be a little extra incentive to get the W and show him what he's missing. But I mean, he's a great coach, and I think he's coaching linebackers there, and they have a great unit with a lot of experience with their linebackers, and so I mean, well, it'll be interesting to see him at St. Francis again.
Well, you know, it's part of the profession of this. You know, Saul's one of our guys. Had an opportunity for a nice promotion at a great school, so you know, we're happy that he's been able to do that. We're going to love each other all but about 2.5, 3 hours, one day a year.